Hey guys, Robert Reaper here. So yeah, as you can see, I am inside Odeon. I'm about to head in to see, yep, Obsession. Been hearing great things about this. The trailers look very interesting, and it's really cool to see a guy, who started out on YouTube, getting to direct a proper, big screen feature. So hopefully all the buzz around it will be worth it. But the only way to find out if it does is to head in, get some snacks, and get seated for Obsession. So yeah, I've got my popcorn here and I found it in the Bounty Hunter combo with a Grogu topper and pocket, ready for Curry Barker's big screen debut. So, Obsession. I am back from seeing it. The film is written and directed by Curry Barker, who's actually making his theatrical debut, with all of his other work primarily being on YouTube, with him directing various different shorts for his channel. That's a bad idea. In fact, it's kind of interesting that there's been a bit of a wave this year of YouTubers making the leap to the big screen, primarily within the horror genre. But this one in particular, I had been hearing nothing but great things about, tons of rave reviews and hype, and so I very much went into it very excited to watch it, and with my fingers crossed they would deliver on all of that early hype. But does Curry Barker's big screen debut live up to the rave reactions it's been receiving? Let's find out. So the film follows Bear, a lovesick young man who's struggling to work up the courage to tell his crush Nikki how he truly feels about her. One night, after fumbling a golden opportunity to do so, Bear, in his desperation, buys a mysterious collectible known as a One-Wish Willow, which he uses and wishes for Nikki to fall in love with him. A wish that comes true and ends up working a little too well, as not only does Nikki become uncomfortably attached to him every second, but she begins to display strange and erratic behaviours. So the thing with acclaimed horror films like this, with all the sort of buzz and hype behind them, they can sometimes fall victim to the weight of expectations. Well, worry not, because Obsession does not fall into this trap in the slightest. Curry Barker has absolutely delivered the goods. In fact, this might just be my favourite horror film of the year so far. So it is a credit to the sheer confidence of Barker's writing and directing that he's able to take what is basically a pretty familiar monkey's paw type cautionary tale, be careful what you wish for, it might just come true, and all that. He's able to take that and build something genuinely quite interesting from that, very much exploring the idea of codependent relationships, and how within these relationships, no matter how good the intentions may be, and no matter how much of a place of love these actions are coming from, these relationships do very much tend to, involve both parties, taking advantage of each other. And, Barker is able to take that and build some really quite interesting psychological horror from that, as both Bear and Nikki are very much, kept prisoner psychologically in this relationship in their own ways. It's, really interesting stuff, and the film builds such a strong sense of atmosphere around it. Obviously, the film is shot with a sort of taller, almost squarish aspect ratio, and it very much makes the whole thing feel a lot bit more claustrophobic and intimate. very much locking you into these, quite unsettling and uncomfortable moments, very much, leaving you with no choice but to witness these things unfold. It's also got a great score from Rock Burwell, and also sound design that is oppressive and overwhelming, very much adding to this, this quite, unsettling atmosphere of play. It is, great, great stuff. And when it gets dark, oh boy, it gets dark with, shocking imagery and brutal moments of violence. And yet, Barker is also able to find these quite cringy moments of dark humor within that, very much drawn from that sort of sense of discomfort from some of these scenes. It's really, really great stuff. It is an absolutely electric atmosphere, and one that plays so damn well with the crowd. So definitely do get on to seeing this on the big screen, because if you get an audience that's really into it like mine was, yeah, it is an absolute treat. But what I think really makes it work and makes it so easy to properly invest in and engage in is the performances. Obviously, Michael Johnston does a great job as Bear, very much selling in the early moments his quite awkward and unconfident nature. But sort of as things progress, and he's very much forced to live with this one quite misguided decision he made, you could really feel the sort of weight that this has on him. And so when these, late on film moments of genuine anguish happen, it really hits hard, and he absolutely crushes it. But my god, the MVP, the absolute scene stealer by far, is Indy Navarrete as Nikki. Oh my god, this is a proper breakthrough star-making performance. Absolutely incredible. I mean, in the early scenes, Nikki is, very charming, and it almost makes what happens feel all the more tragic, because you can sort of see, a world where they actually have a sort of genuine, normal relationship, if Bear hadn't been a complete fucking idiot. But my god, when, possessed Nikki kicks in, oh boy, it is quite the show. I mean, obviously she does a great job, really selling the sort of quite erratic, and unpredictable behaviors of possessed Nikki, really making it feel, quite unsettling and uncomfortable to watch throughout. It is truly, truly magnetic stuff. But she does this amazing thing where, she's able to just sort of effortlessly switch, just like that, basically, into sort of, being back into being sort of superficially charming. It is an absolute, proper barnstorming, almost tour de force performance. And yeah, and I really look forward to seeing what Navarrete has in store next in her career, because yeah, she absolutely crushed it here. There's other great performances here as well, from Cooper Tomlinson as Ian and Megan Lawless as Sarah, who are both friends of Bear and Nikki, and they're very much aware something odd is going on, but obviously not, truly in the know as to what. But they're very much sort of caught in the middle of this, of this, quite strange and, deeply twisted relationship. And they both do a great job of it. And I think it's a testament to how great all these performances are, that we're able to stay invested in these characters. And it just makes the quite dark and twisted journey they go on feel all the more rich and compelling to go on them with. And especially builds to a really, really impactful climax. One that is, full of shocking, unexpected moments that also feel, properly earned and set up early on. And so It's done in a way that feels true to the ideas that the film is exploring, particularly in its ending, which is, really, really, impactful and hard hitting, and will really linger in the memory, and really, you'll definitely be thinking about it long after you leave the cinema. Yeah, it is great, great stuff. Overall, Obsession is a really compelling and twisted horror with an unsettling atmosphere and great performances from Michael Johnston and Indy Navarrete. See it on the big screen if you can, because it is a proper crowd pleaser. Out of 10, Obsession gets a 9. So, let me know down in the comments, have you seen Obsession? What did you think of it? What did you make of Indy Navarrete's performance? Are you excited to see what her acting career has in store next? And are you looking forward to seeing what Curry Barker has in store next? Going off the strength of this, let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.